Your dreams do not have an expiration date. Get out there and go for it. It is never too late to try. You were meant to be yourself. So do not hide or change yourself for anyone. Get out there and show the world who you really are. This is a role that you were born for. It is better to have a meaningful life and make a difference than to merely have a long life. Everyone is gifted with something special, but most people never even open their package. A meaningful silence is far better than a bunch of meaningless words. The heart is a funny thing because it has a way of making us want to do the craziest things. But at the end of the day, our hearts are what makes us human. Our hearts do not just keep us going, they make us feel as well. I have learned that there is more power in a good, strong hug than in 1,000 meaningful words. Some things scratch at the heart, while other things can strike at the soul. The great thing about falling apart is that you always have the chance to start over one piece at a time. I might be quiet, but it is only because I have so much on my mind. Sleep does not help you much if it is your soul that is tired. Doubt will always kill dreams more than fear ever could. Be free to be who you want to be instead of trying to be what others want you to be. Great things never came from within a person's comfort zone. The real meaning of life is to give life meaning. If you want to find deeper meaning in life, then try to collect moments instead of things. I would rather walk with a friend in the darkness than alone in the light. Look deep into nature if you want to understand everything better. Having courage is about knowing what not to fear. The true test of character is not how you act on your best days, but how you act on your worst days. A ship in the harbor is safe, but that is not at all what ships were built for. You should never be afraid to explore the seas. You will only be able to cross the ocean if you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of success. If you want to succeed, then let your faith be bigger than your fear. The quietest people often have the loudest minds. Instead of hating yourself for everything that you are not, try to love yourself for everything that you are. Never in my life have I learned anything from someone who agreed with me on everything. Never allow your fears to decide your future. Appreciate what you have before it turns into what you had. Live today as if you might die tomorrow. The two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day that you find out why. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. When you are about to embark on a new adventure, do not seek out advice from someone who has never left home. If you want to be clever, then set about to change the world. And if you want to be wise, then set about to change yourself. As you grieve a loss, remember that everything comes back in another form. Money cannot buy us happiness. Even the richest man can be surrounded by all of his material possessions and still feel incredibly alone. A lion should not worry about the opinions of sheep. When you speak your truth, you are setting yourself free. Do not trust everything that you see. At a quick glance, salt can be mistaken for sugar. A happy soul is the best shield that you can have in this cruel world of ours. Instead of asking why this keeps happening to you, ask yourself why you allow it to happen. Demand better for yourself. The words "I am" are very powerful. They can shape your reality, and with these two words, you can be whoever you want to be. People can only trigger you if you give them the gun first. If you want a rainbow, then you will have to accept a lot of rain in your life first. Hope is an anchor for the soul. It keeps us from drifting away. If you want to heal, then you have to make peace with your broken pieces. Work hard for what you want because it won't come to you without a fight. You have to be strong and courageous, and know that you can do anything you put your mind to. If somebody puts you down or criticizes you, just keep on believing in yourself and turn it into something positive. If the road that you are on is perfectly clear, then you are probably on somebody else's road. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking up at the stars in the sky. You have to be yourself because everyone else is already taken. Do not cry because it is over. Smile because it happened. Instead of being afraid that your life will end, be afraid that it will never begin. It is not the years in our life that count. It is the life in our years that really matter. The quieter that you are, the more you can hear. If there was only joy in the world, then we would never be able to learn how to be brave and patient. Before you can be anything at all, you must first be a beginner. It all begins when you take the first step. Keep on going so that one day you can look back and see how far you have come. People who do not believe in magic will never be able to find it. The best way to get anything done is to simply begin. A difficult road can often lead you to a beautiful destination. Optimism is the faith that will lead you to your achievements. Shine as if the whole universe belongs to you. Instead of raising your voice, try raising your words instead. When you are feeling lonely, remember that there is a whole universe inside of you. When you are your own best friend, you don't endlessly seek out relationships, friendships, and validation from the wrong sources because you realize that the only approval and validation you need is your own. Sleep will not help you if it is your soul that is tired. With every accomplishment, you first have to make the decision to try. Do not be afraid to fail. Be afraid of never having the courage to even try. You will not be enough or you will be too much for some people. It just means that those are not your people. Some things out there will catch your eye, but the only things worth going after are the things that catch your heart. You will have fewer disappointments in your life if you learn to accept things instead of expecting things. If my absence does not affect your life, then my presence has no meaning in your life either. Strive to magnify someone's strengths instead of their weaknesses. The days seem long, but the years seem short. The only people who are successful have also failed plenty of times. Some people are so broken that they will feel mad at you for being whole. There will always be someone that will not see your worth. Just never let that person be you. Never look down on anyone else. God is the only person who sits that high. There is no poverty out there that is worse than loneliness and the sense of feeling unloved. If your heart is still beating, then there is still time to go after your dreams. Trust is like an eraser in that it will get smaller and smaller after each mistake that is made. If you have to think of something, then you might as well think big. You can do anything, but you cannot do that by trying to do everything. At the end of the day, no one will save us but ourselves.